Good morning. This devotion is for January 16th. We're still in a devotional series on the book of Jonah. We have this disobedient prophet who was told to go to Nineveh, but because of his hatred for the Ninevites, he disobeyed God, got on a boat, and went the opposite direction. And God pursued him, created a storm, forced sailors to throw him overboard. But before he did that, he preached about his one true God to those sailors. They became believers. A big fish swallows Jonah up, and now he's in the belly of a whale, contemplating, praying, thinking, because he's there for 3 days until he gets vomited up on land and he ends up going to Nineveh. And in chapter 2, verse 8, he states one of the most profound verses, I think, in Scripture. Those who cling to worthless idols forfeit the grace that could be theirs. And the title for today's devotion is, There is no grace apart from the Christian God. Think about that. If someone decides to worship a different God, if someone decides to create an idol, if someone decides and chooses to do whatever and base their whole life on it, that's their choice. They have the freedom to do that. But what Jonah's contemplating is that there is only one God, the biblical God, who seems to be gracious rather than judging, who seems to pursue even the disobedient in order to save and redeem them. See, you're not just forfeiting one God for another. It's not just an exchange. Jonah goes so far as to say, listen, if you believe in the biblical God, if you believe in the God of Christianity, you're going to know grace. You're going to know forgiveness. You're going to know redemption and reconciliation. Anything else that you look at, you forfeit all of that, because there is no other religion on the planet. There is no other alternative that will offer you the same kind of love and grace and mercy and redemption and reconciliation that the biblical God does. So here's the verse one more time. Those who cling to worthless idols forfeit the grace that could be theirs. Brothers and sisters, let's not forfeit anything that could be ours, because God is pursuing us, and all we have to do is turn and realize it and accept it. Well, I encourage you to read the devotion attached. I pray that this devotion is a blessing to you. Have a firmly rooted day.